Hello everyone. Today I want to talk about one of the common issue uh, within Revit user about grid bubble and level symbol bubble size when they are presenting their views with different scale. As you know, in our projects, in many cases, we need to define our grids with very close distance because of the project needs or shapes or whatever. In that case, maybe for 1 to 100 the scale everything is okay, but when we are changing our scale to 1 to 200, everything could be worse. And we need to address this issue as much as possible, simple in Revit. And I truly believe many of you already did research in internet about how you should address it, or even you may have your own solution. But today I want to tell you about best solution. Why I'm saying best solution? Actually, it's my opinion. It's best solution. You can give me your feedbacks. You can tell me about your feedbacks. Why I'm saying that this is the best solution or very unique because all solution which I was able to find in internet will make some other problems in your projects. For example, in some case, people they are saying you can use design option and you can put all of your grids in different design option, but still for level you have some difficulties. And even when you are doing this, you need to define different sets of name for your grids because you want to have unique name. And also some people they are saying we can use uh, separate link file. And as you know, that one will make another issue regarding to the copy monitor and things like that. Anyway, let's see how we can address it today. And with this solution, at least you are not making any other problem. And also you will be able to change your bubble size just with one click without any complex setups, because as you know many people they are not quite comfortable with design option solution. They need to uh, follow some sequence to manage their view every time. Let's see how. uh, for level symbol and grid symbol, I should tell you we have two elements that we should manage. One is text, another is this symbol, uh, geometry, sorry, shape. Uh, this text size, I should say, we have to go for one constant size. You may want to say, well, then it's not useful, but I should tell you because of different reason you have to go for one constant size. One main reason is about national CAD standards. We have uh, national CAD standards, and many companies, they are following these standards. And based on that standards, uh, we can define different text size for our projects and for our text in projects. And as you know, here in Revit, default text height for this symbol is 3 millimeter, if I'm not wrong. Based on national CAD standards, minimum size is 2.5. and I would prefer to go for 2.5. And I saw many users, they are looking for some size less than that. For example, they are saying if normal size is 3 millimeter height or 2.5 millimeter height, in 1 to 200 should be, I don't know, 1.8 or something like that. Also, I won't prefer this solution because, as you know, as we said, in national CAD standards is uh, 2.5 minimum size, and also, as you know, in the projects, especially in the construction side, many people still they need to carry on their hard copy of drawing, and in many cases they are printing out their AO size in A2 half size, and in many cases A1 size in A3. In that case, when you are printing out your drawings in lower scale, in half size, in A3 or A2, your text will be very small if you are using any text height less than 2.5 millimeter, and won't be readable for different construction workers or construction manager or any person in the construction site. I know we have also digital platforms. Uh, then, based on national CAD standards, even you can see it here, this is national CAD standards, the minimum text size, if you are doing hand drafting, is 3.2 millimeter, and if you are doing computer aided design CAD system, is 2.5. Then I want to say we already have reason what is the size, and we want to go for one constant size. Then next item is about the symbol. Let's see how we can address it. Uh, at first, we need to find this family, M level heat circle. I can find it under family, annotate M level heat circle, and I can go for edit. As you know, one of the main reason that we cannot address this issue easily in Revit is for 2D elements, uh, we don't have kind of instance parameter, and even if we have an instance parameter to say this bubble size should be changed, and even if we have it, because this one is these symbols are one elements, if we change it in any view, this will be applied for all other view, and still we cannot address it. Then let's see how we can solve this issue. At first, I will go to change this text size to around 2.5, which could be okay for this case. And I will try to make it closer together. Next is about this bubble size. As you can see, default size is 4 millimeter radius, and I need to have one 4 millimeter radius, and maybe another one with maybe 2 millimeter or 2.5 millimeter radius. For this parts, I should say we don't have any solution right away here to say we want to define shapes and assign parameter and that manage that parameter easily in projects. What we should do is this: I will go for new family, and I will define one family as a generic annotation family. In this family, I can go for line and I can say I need to have circle with 4 mm radius and another circle with maybe 2 mm. And after that, I can define this plus here and I can move this to this location. Now you can see we have symbols like this, and I will make copy from this and I will scale it down for half size, something like this. Now you can see we have two different sides in one family, which is generic annotation family. And what I want to do here is this. I will go for manage object design, and for generic annotation I will define two subcategory, scale 100 and scale 200. And then I will say this one should be belongs to, for example, 100, this one should be belongs to 200, and then I can move this right away to this location. Then I have one generic annotation and I'm saving this in my desktop with this name. And I will load it into my level hit symbol. And I will place it here. Now you can see we have this symbol here and it's already loaded here, and I can see here under object design generic annotation I have these two subcategory which is already loaded by this family, and then I can load this into my projects. And I can say, for example, now here override the existing version, and you can see I have this different size. Now in this case, what you need to do is just go here under annotate, under generic annotation, and for example this view is 1 to 100, you can say 100 should be on. If you have another view which is east, for example, and you are presenting this with 1 to 200, you can say for this one just 200 should be on and 100 should be off. As you can see, it's more reasonable than before and it's more manageable than before, but it's still it's not finalized because we have kind of hatch here and we need to prepare something for this hatch. How we should address that? As you know, in Revit, when we are defining hatch, we cannot say this hatch or fill region that we have should be assigned to any specific uh, subcategory. For example, I cannot select this and say should be assigned to any subcategory. Even if you select this and say should be belongs to one of these subcategory, still this solid fill we won't be assigned to that subcategory. Then the only solution, the only workaround for this part is to make it very simple and to prepare this uh, part with few lines. What I'm doing now is I'm making just one array from my elements, and from that 2D line I'm making array and I'm making this lines much closer together. Maybe something like this is okay. And once I did this, I can say all of these groups should be ungroup, and then I can say, for example, attach multiple, and then this should be attached. Sorry, trim. And also I can do trim rest items very easily in that. Next step is very easy, like what else we said till to now. The only things I need is to make it mirror, and or I can make it mirror like that, or I can make it rotate with copy from here to here. And then final item is to assign some same subcategory to all of this. For example, all of this are 1 to 100. For 200, I can make copy again from this, and I can say the scale should be half, and I can say subcategory should be this. Now I have two symbol with different scale, which is very simple regarding to the management side. And I don't know, I could, okay, and I can place it like before here. After I define this, I can load it again into my level hit family, and I can load it again into my projects. Once you did this, you will receive result like this, and believe me, in your print everything will be okay without any issue. Now the only things I need is to say, for example, for 1 to 100 the scale, for example, for nose view, I want to define view template. I want to say documentation view, which is elevation, and is 100 the scale. Uh, I want to create another view template for this one, which is 200. Then I have two view template. In 1 to 200, as you can remember before, we did setups and we set this 200. And in 1 to 100 is this setup. And now everything is done. You just need to go to your source view, for example, and you can apply that 1 to 200. It's something like this with smaller size regarding to your text, regarding to your symbol, and same for your 1 to 200. You can say 1 to 200, and you see your symbol size will be very uh, adopted based on your requirements. Same things could be happen for your grids. Let's say we have grid, we can do same thing for grid. I have this grid system here, is mgrid hid. I can find it here, I can go for edit. As you can see, I have this item here. This is my grid, and what I need to do is I go for new family again, generic annotation, and generic annotation. And you can see here this is 6.5. I will go for a text size, I'm not sure, it's 4.5. I will go for same 4.5 or 4, but for that circle I will go for 6.5, and I will define another one maybe for 4, and I will assign one, I will define one extra line here. Now the only things I need to do is I just need to go for manage object style. I can say again scale 100. It's better that be same. Even if you want, you can say grid scale 100, level scale 100, grid scale 200, level scale 200. Then you can manage it separately. But now I'm going for same subcategory because I want to manage it together. And I will say this one should be 200, for example. This one should be 100. And I will load it into my grid head. And I will place it here. Now the only things I need to is just to remove this symbols. I have something like this. I may want to change this to 4, or maybe I may want to change this size to 4.5 or something like that, and load it into my level, and then I can load it into my projects. Okay. Once I load this into my project, I have option to say for this view, again, for sure for your project you have view template. For this view, which is 1 to 100, just 100 should be on, which is this. For 200, 200 should be on. You see, it's very easy. No need to define different type of name with different sequence numbering. No need to define different link, and you can address it very easily like this. And if I want to propose better size for your grids, I will go for maybe text size 4, because also we have kind of sized proposed size here for a starting. For example, we have 2.5, we have 4, we have 6, and we have 13. It's much better you go for something like this. For example, in our company, we are using this starting size 2.5 for room tags and some text like journal text, 4 for some text like greets, and so on. Here I will prefer to go for 4. Then even in some case you have greets with 5.1 or something like that, still is possible you have all your text inside of this symbol. Okay, hopefully this will work for you too. Please give me your feedback and let me know how it's working for you.